Hello and good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanne Jahi. For those who are watching my content for the first time, um, my channel is called Different Perspective. What we try to do here is make sure we give you a different way of looking at life, the one that doesn't make it totally miserable, or more of giving you an in-depth of how things are playing out in the life or the day-to-day experiences we have to go through. If you have realized, I have not been posting for the last week because I really needed to reevaluate why I am doing this in the first place. And I'm glad I was able to come to a decision and to understand why I felt the way I felt. Because sometimes as a content creator, it really does get to you when the absorption of your content doesn't come through as you expected. But I sat with myself down and I told myself, why am I doing this? I mean, if I wasn't doing a YouTube video, what else would I be doing? I'll be talking to people. For me, my whole essence of living or being alive, whatever drives me, is to get someone to take a chance with themselves and go past the barrier of them standing in their own way. In my own little ways, through the experiences I've had in life, cumulatively to where I am right now, I think there are few things I could share that would help. If I knew previously, it would have really helped me out. But I guess sometimes you have to experience life in your own way for you to get the lessons and to come and appreciate everything that comes with it. When you start a YouTube video, prior to starting a YouTube video, people always urge you, oh, why don't you do a YouTube video and all that. Then in your head, the necessity you think is created because of the need of the market. And yes, there's the need of people just hearing an encouraging word. But what you realize when you're creating content is that your friends, your family, acquaintances, they don't watch your content. Because I think what I came to understand is either they're comfortable with the access they have to you, and they don't see the need of, watching, hearing other thoughts that you have to give out there. And it gets to you sometimes, You expect those that you are in close proximity with are the people who mostly appreciate what you put out there. But the sad reality, or the fortunate or unfortunate fact about life, the fact that they can access you like that, really, they don't see the need to watch your content. And surprisingly enough, they watch other people's content. And people won't talk about that, but yeah, it's not the best feeling ever. So I sat with myself and I had an honest conversation, and that was part of it. And I told myself, from now henceforth, I'm making a decision to consciously post on YouTube, which will be happening every Wednesday, and just once a week. I'm going to be talking to myself, my younger self, my present self, and future self. So those that are like me in relation to whatever phase of life I'm in, if what I post here is something that you can absorb and help you out in your course of life, it would be nice. But I'm not posting this with expectations anymore. When it happened to. In a way, this is me just documenting my life. I want to make sure that 1 year from now, I'm able to look back and see, 10 years from now, I'm able to look back and say, well, thanks to technology, I'm able to see how much I've grown, how far I have come, and the challenges I was able to take up in the course of my life. And in one way or the other, it gave somebody hope. It motivated someone else. Besides it being a personal decision to continue to produce this, is I've had people who give feedback. And this is the thing, people underestimate the power of feedback. It validates the work you do. All human beings have three hungers: approval, appreciation, and acceptance. All of us, we want to know that somehow, whichever way we find ourselves engaging our energies out there, it is appreciated. And I want to thank those people that subscribe to my channel. I know there are 119 and 120 right now. Thank you so much. I think 10 people are a good number already, because if what you put out there can change 10 people's lives, it's like a trickle down effect. You start with the 10 go change, another 10, another 10, and you realize maybe in the closeness of time, or in the maturity of time, you realize, well, just as you thought you were putting out something for yourself, it has impacted so many people down the line. And my philosophy about this life is allow yourself to evolve, okay? Whatever it is you're looking to pursue, have an open mind. That means yes, you have the goal in sight, but allow yourself to be flexible. And that means learning along the way and unlearning a lot of things. And if my YouTube video is something that helps you, get back on track, well, I'm glad I'm able to do that. So that being said and done, I also understand I have to improve my communication skills, because I record live, I don't pre-record stuff, but I know even at that I need to be having a progressive thought process. So it's not from one thing and then another. I'm a scatterbrain, I know that. So I could be talking about one thing, then my brain just goes on 1,000 other things. I just want to be able to put that in a way that I can follow through, and the listener also to be something they can absorb. So if you're somebody out there and you're just looking out to have that person in your life, I know we all need that person in our lives. And how do I know this? Through my earlier stages of life, I had to grow out on my own a lot. And I know sometimes I would have wanted that person. And I told myself, I will try the best I can and be that person that I wanted to be there for me when I was growing up. And administering this person for other people also comes out with its own challenges. You have to understand how people communicate, people's fights language, how sometimes you just have to be tough love. Sometimes you just, you let life play out for them, because unaweza kuwa unaambia mtu kitu na mtu asikii. You have to allow life to happen for them, so that when they come through on the other side, you're able to tell them, I'm glad you went through it the way you did, but this, I hope you took the lessons with you, or at least you absorbed something through the experiences that you've gone through. So as I continue to discover my purpose in this life, I hope in one way or the other, I am walking towards the right direction. And the biggest of it all is, I hope I get to inspire somebody to take a chance with themselves, to take a chance with themselves. And I understand all too well that without recording your progress, sometimes it's hard for people to believe how far you've come. They think once you're here and you put together, they think that's all there is to it. But then there's a journey to it. And at my shop here at Tyler's Bar, I listen to a lot of people. I hear a lot of stories. And what intrigues me about humans largely is, it's not what they look like, and it's not the finished product. I always want to hear, what was your process like? What is that thing that you continue to evolve from and be the person that you are right now? What is that experience that has molded you, that has changed you, that has caused you to choose yourself? That is life. Now, when somebody opens up to you and tells you what their process is like, that's where you come to appreciate a lot of things. And you realize, just like the person who's walking past you in the street, everybody is having a struggle of their own, okay? And maybe others are good at communicating it or seeking help, others are just not. So in our shop here, you would see a lot of things. There's gratitude, and there's kindness, there's positivity and resilience. For me, these are very core values that fuel me in this life. You have to be grateful for everything, every situation. It may be as bad, it may be really bad and you don't see the good thing in it, but you really have to be grateful. You have to find something to be grateful for, And kindness, practice kindness, because just as I previously mentioned, everybody is fighting a battle. And it's not always obvious written in their faces. Some you'll never know about, but everyone that you meet, that you rub shoulders with, is going through something and dealing with something. So just be kind. It doesn't hurt. A positive mind. Positivity doesn't always guarantee you that things will always be sorted out, but it gives your brain a chance to see other possibilities of how things could play out, or how life could be better. Or it doesn't just give you you don't just have a fixated way of looking at things. You see the other side of a situation, probably the glass half full. And being negative sometimes, it's not like it's a terrible thing. Just like anger and human emotions, as long as you know how to manipulate them to work for you, then you're allowed to feel those things. You can't be positive 100% of the time. You definitely, you're human. You have your in and your outs, and that's okay. But mostly what I'm saying, when you can, try and find a positive thing that is going on, irrespective of irrespective is not a word, irrespective of what else is playing out in your life. And resilience has to be the spirit you have. Yeah, it's spirit. It has to be the spirit you have. You just tell yourself, like, no matter what, mi najua tu nitakuwa tu sawa. Life will come at me with everything it got, but at the end of the day, as long as naamka kila siku, najua nitakuwa tu fiti. You have to build a resilient spirit. And this is why I say on my Facebook and in my WhatsApp, I say, when you're praying, normalize praying for courage. Because sometimes you know what you need to do, you know how it needs to be done. You have the chronology of how it should play out, but you don't have the courage to make a decision, to take a chance. You just don't have it in you. So as you pray, I hope you pray for courage. And from now henceforth, I will try as much as I can, this is also a learning process for me, to have more structured conversation and allow that to grow through time. And it'd be nice to watch this a year from now. I hope, in my own small way, in how I live my life, it gets to spark life in another. And if it does, let it not stop with you. Spark another person's life as well. So, I guess in not so many words, this YouTube channel is for me and those like me, my past self, the wars that I've conquered, the present self, the challenges I keep facing, and the future me, one that would want to be so proud to monitor the journey through time. So if you're one person like me and you speak my Kanda language, you are my tribe. So if you're not into the tribe yet, this is the official welcome. Welcome to the tribe. And I hope we get to grow together and come to see if we somehow can grasp what this life is about. So until then, until next Wednesday, I want you guys to have a lovely day and keep fighting the good fight. Adios.